Good morning, PT on Ice Daily Show. Happy Thursday morning. I hope your Thursday's off to a good start. Live here on Facebook, live here on Instagram. Happy to have you here this morning on Leadership Thursday. My name is Alan. I'm happy to be your host today. CEO of Vice and faculty member in our fitness athlete division, talking all things leadership, clinic and business management here on Thursdays. Before we get started, don't forget it's Gut Check Thursday. Today's gut check, a little bit more gymnasty than we've had in the past, a little bit more skill heavy. This comes from the mind of Jeff Moore. So if you hate this week's workout, please blame him and not me. We have 1 through 10 of toes to bar. After each round, you're doing 25 double unders. So 1 toe to bar, 25 double unders, 2 toes to bar, 25 double unders, 3, 25, so on and so forth until you hit 10 toes to bar and finish 25 double unders. We've got some great scales if you can't do toes to bar or double unders or both, already posted last night. And then we have, of course, our geriatric and our pregnancy and postpartum editions of Gut Check Thursday releasing today at 7 a.m. and 4 p.m. So make sure you check those out. Course-wise, excited to get down to Nashville this weekend with Mitch and Zach and Alexis Morgan to teach Fitness Athlete Live at CrossFit Hendersonville. Also going on this weekend, cervical spine managements both in Fort Collins, Colorado, in Kingsland, Georgia. Both of those courses are full. And then we have Justin going out to teach in Illinois for total spine thrust. Lots of courses coming up. We've got at least 5 per weekend or so, every weekend up until the holidays. So quite busy this fall. So if you're looking to come see us for a course, come check us out on the road. And then we have a lot of online courses beginning Monday. There's still room in persistent pain management with Justin Dunaway. There's still room in telehealth with Rob Vining, in clinical management of the fitness athlete, which Mitch, Guillermo, and myself. That is starting Monday as well. And then we have out-of-network step-by-step starting with Sarah and Kate this next Thursday, the 17th. So check all those courses out, ptonice.com, and click on courses. So today I want to share kind of a story, a little bit maybe anecdotal, and tell you where I'm coming from, frame of mind, and then explain this experience that I had in the healthcare system as a patient, and kind of talk about the leadership pearls that I learned from that. And so here at Health HQ, we are in network, but we probably only see maybe 5 to 10% of our patients on referral from a physician, whether that's a primary care physician, orthopedic surgeon, or other specialist. Especially our orthopedic patients, we primarily see those folks direct access. And for the longest time, we were kind of adamant that we would be, mostly direct access, and we would not be the people taking bagels to the primary care doc's office in order to elicit some referrals. And that's kind of how we've been running the past couple years. We've gotten to know some providers in town just by nature of sending them our notes when people have requested that we send their paperwork over to their doc just to have it on file. But large and far and away, we have not spent any time or effort or money or anything on reaching out to those people and marketing to them. And my mindset has kind of shifted on that, mainly over the past couple weeks, but mostly I had a big mindset shift with an experience I had with a primary care provider this week. So I want to explain that experience and then kind of break out the pearls learned from that. So for those who don't know, I'm a military veteran, and so I have the VA system is my primary healthcare system. And so that comes with obviously a lot of pros and cons. It's about a 2-hour drive or so with traffic to get down there. And so had not been to my primary care provider for about 5 years, and got a call that they were going to disenroll me from the system because I had not used my benefits, and if I needed to come back in, I would basically need to do all the paperwork and get another primary care provider and all that sort of stuff. So I went down there for an appointment, and I blocked off 7 hours on my schedule. On Tuesday, I blocked from 8 to 3, did not start any patient care until 3:30, just assuming that it would take all of those 7 hours because the last couple times that I've been there, it's taken that long. The last time I used the VA back in 2015, I had an 8 o'clock appointment. I was not leaving for home until 6 p.m. and all I was doing was having a primary care appointment and getting my eyes checked, basically. So really not a lot of stuff, certainly not anything that would have taken 10 hours and taken the whole day. And so that experience obviously soured me on using the VA for care. And since then, whenever anything has popped up, I've just paid cash out of pocket to see a provider that's more local and has obviously better availability and better overall performance. But I went down there this Tuesday for a 9 o'clock appointment, and at 9:03, the nurse took me back, took my vitals, and then what unfolded was one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had in the healthcare system anywhere, private, public, government, whatever. The nurse took me to the next person, and I thought that was really amazing, that there was that handoff system. She took me to see a social worker who just wanted to update my file since I had not been in the system for so many years and needed to update things like address and stuff like that and just touch base. And then he proceeded to take me to the doctor, to the physician. And that's the first thing I noticed. I thought, wow, what a really amazing system, where typically, and especially you've all probably had this experience, and certainly I did, where you just sit in a room and different providers kind of just file in and out, and you sit in this room and you have no idea when the next person is coming in, who exactly it is you're going to be seeing, when they'll be there. And when you go to the doctor's office, you just sit in this room and people file in and out, and you're there a long time. And it's better now with phones, because at least you can surf the internet, but certainly you're basically just staring at the wall for a long period of time. So that was the very first thing, that handoff system. I knew exactly who I was going to see next. I knew when it was going to be happening, because literally they moved me from station to station. Yes, it's kind of systematic, but I loved it, that I knew where I was going next and when it was going to happen. And so then I sat down and met my new primary care provider. And a fantastic experience, talking about all the things we talk about usually on Tuesdays with Clinical Tuesdays, of the patient experience and patient expectation, updated my chart a little bit, and then really dug deep into why I wanted to be there. He was very open and listening. I felt heard, and I felt like I was in charge of my care, which is not a feeling that I normally have at the VA. And he asked me what I came in for, and I told him I wanted to get a referral for some physical therapy to work on my calves. Those of you that know me know my calves are stiff and tight, and I want to get some dedicated time. And I know that I'm the type of person that if I don't actually go to scheduled physical therapy on my calendar, that it will not happen. I'll just block over with patients, with ice stuff, with coaching, and I'll never actually take the time out of my day to take care of myself. So I know that I needed to see formal physical therapy. And he said, well, that's awesome. He said, I love that you're a physical therapist and you're trying out physical therapy. That's great. He said, I'm pretty active myself. He said, until we can get you scheduled for physical therapy, what I would love you to do is to find a way to try some heel down or clipped in cycling and get some long duration, low load stretching on those calves of yours. And I thought, holy crap, here is a primary care provider that is actually interested in moving, actually interested in using lifestyle and exercise to treat ailments before just prescribing imaging, prescribing pills, prescribing surgery. And I love that his first line of defense was active movement, and that he supported me getting PT. So that in and of itself, from the patient side, was fantastic. He dinged me for high blood pressure. I was 140 over 45, and he said, even though your resting heart rate is great, he said, your blood pressure is a little high. I'm worried about that, and I know you're thinking that you're in really good shape and you don't have to listen to me, but I'd love to give you a blood pressure cuff and have you go home and just monitor it for 30 days and log it, and then we can discuss what to do from there. I'm not going to put you on pills or anything right now. I just want to see, was your measurement today a fluke or a trend? And I said, you know what, that's fine. And I think that if he hadn't come at me with the approach that he did prior to that, that I would have been put up a lot more barriers to needing to measure my blood pressure or go home with a blood pressure cuff. But his kind of clinical demeanor and his kind of lifestyle forward mindset made me have a lot more buy-in. And I think, again, there's another lesson to be learned, that people, they come in and they have a certain expectation, and if we can help them reach their goals and help them with the treatments that they come in seeking, then that goes a long way in getting them to buy in to trying stuff that maybe they might be more reluctant to try. And so that's another pearl that I gathered. And then as we were leaving and wrapping up, I looked at the time and it was like 9:37, and I thought, wow, I can't believe I've only been here. I've even been here 45 minutes. I'll be out the door and back home in under an hour. That's going to free up 6 hours of my day that I had blocked to deal with this, and that's going to let me bring in some patients early and really just open up my day to be a lot more productive, and how much time that saved me. And I told him that. I think that's really important, that yes, it's important to tell people when you have a bad experience and give them that feedback. But I think it's something that we don't do too often, is telling people when you've had a really good experience. And I said that. I said, hey, I just want to say this is the best experience in the almost 15 years that I've been a VA patient. This is bar none, hands down, the best experience I've ever had here. And he looked right at me, and this is where the title of this episode comes from. He looked straight into my soul and he said, hey, my trains run on time. And he was very serious, and I laughed, and I said, I love it. And he said, I'm very serious. And he said something that I'll remember for the rest of my life. He said, everyone's time is important. He said, no one's time here is more important than anyone else's. We think we can corral patients out in the waiting room. And we don't really have a problem with this with physical therapy. We often don't have people waiting hours in our lobby. But certainly primary care providers can run into that. He said, no one's time is more important here than anyone else's. Having patients wait out in the lobby like herded cattle does nothing to enhance patient expectation, and it does everything to harm patient outcomes. By having people wait for hours, they do exactly what you did, which is say, I'm never going to come here again, and you drop off the radar for five years, and we have no track of your health, and little issues turn into big issues, and that's why our healthcare system is in the mess that it is. And he said, so my trains run on time, my team runs on time, we run a tight ship, we don't make you wait ideally at all, and we keep you in the loop of everything that's going on with your care, and make sure you know how long it's going to take you to when you're here and where you're going next and when you can expect to get out of here, because the trains run on time here, and that's what gets you an awesome patient experience, and that's what's going to make you come back and see me, trust me with your health. And I thought, wow, that is amazing, and that's not something I would ever have expected to hear, so succinctly from that provider. And again, another pearl there that just caused me to buy in with him even more, right? I thought I'll do whatever this person says. Whatever this person says, I will trust them. I'll try it in regards to my health. I even made a joke. I said, hey, do you want to go into business with me? We could make a lot of money together with you referring patients to me for musculoskeletal and me seeing them, because you are a person that I would love to work with. And so that experience was absolutely fantastic. And I don't think we see that enough, because I don't think we expose ourselves enough day to day to those providers out in our community. And so what I took away from that was not only those pearls, but now I want to reach out and I want to find people similar to that, of similar mindset here locally, that we can develop a network with, because that is a person that I would love to drop in with and educate their staff and have workshops with, and have a mutual patient referral relationship with. And that really kind of changed my mind of being like a stoic, direct access only, I control the show, to saying like I would not mind reaching out and spending some time and money finding those people out in the community and finding those excellent providers. And so I hope that resonates with you a little bit on maybe you're thinking like me, like you're an independent practitioner, maybe you have really good direct access where you live like we do here, and that you don't necessarily need to seek those people out in your community. But I would challenge you, knowing that maybe they are rare, as any excellent providers are, but they're out there, and maybe if you've been dead set on not taking bagels anywhere, to maybe change your mind a little bit and spend some time finding those excellent providers in your area. Because I think overall, I think of that provider, that primary care provider, there's no doubt in my mind that the people he works with get better, and that the people he refers to other practitioners get better just by nature of having that doctor as their primary care provider. And I think of what an awesome, his handoff system, how great it would be to get a referral from him. They've already had a great experience with the provider, and they say, hey, go see Alan. He's excellent. They come in, they've already got great expectations about how physical therapy is going to help them because they came from that provider. And what a slam dunk case that would be to have come across your desk. So hope you learned something as I did. I would encourage you to reach out to those providers in your area and network with them a little bit. Something we've been wanting to do forever here that we just haven't been able to make happen because of COVID is actually to invite all the providers in the area to the gym, tell them what is CrossFit, what do we do here at Health HQ, and try and educate them a little bit on what it is we do here, get them doing a little bit of workout, and let them know that we're here for them, and if that any of what we do here resonates with them, that we're people and providers that can be on the same page and the same team as them. So something to consider. That's what I've got for you. I hope you all have a great Thursday. Happy to hear any discussions or comments about this, about great experiences you all may have had with another provider out in the community. If you're going to be in Nashville this weekend, I'm so stoked to get back to teaching. We have not had a fitness athlete class since COVID started back at the beginning of March. So if you'll be in Nashville, excited to see and meet you this weekend in person. Other than that, I hope you have a great Thursday. Hope you have a great weekend. Bye, everybody.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to the PT on Ice Daily Show. If you enjoyed this content, head on over to iTunes and leave us a review. And be sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram at the Institute of Clinical Excellence. If you're interested in getting plugged into more ICE content on a weekly basis while earning CEUs from home, check out our virtual ICE online mentorship program at ptonice.com. While you're there, sign up for our Hump Day Hustling newsletter for a free email every Wednesday morning with our top 5 research articles and social media posts that we think are worth reading. Head over to ptonice.com and scroll to the bottom of the page to sign up.